So yeah, let's do this thing. So now the last time we actually were there, the last thing you guys were doing was talking with the mayor about plans or something. I mean, it was clearly time was of the essence that you needed to move to do something, and going into the ruins. That seems like where a lot of this badness is coming from. Um, and that sounds like what you guys are leaning towards. Um, so we can be at the ruins, ready to go inside, start doing the exploring through there. Um, but I wanted to give you all a chance to basically do something to prep, right? I mean, you don't have a long time, as the mayor said. He said, I've got to act quickly. We've got to do something kind of nowish because people are getting restless. The storm is continuing. It's been, several days now that it's been raining pretty heavily. Um, and things around town are getting worse. The people attacked. Those strange people attacked. Um, and something needs to be done soon. But you do have a little bit of time, right? If you wanted to spend even up to a day or maybe two, um, trying to gather information or prepare something else or whatever. The other thing we didn't mention is that everybody did tell you that Shanzi has gone. And the entire cult. They're... Yeah, the cloister is empty. A thing you'll get for free about that you don't need to walk over to find out is that sort of the town militia, the hired help that the mayor has to protect the streets, they're not really letting anybody in. If you guys want to go in, obviously, you've secured this deal with the mayor. You could do that. You could do something in there. If we were talking about doing a ritual, we know for a fact that there's a ritual space inside of the cloister. There's a place of power down there.
Oh yeah, well, we can do wizard ritual, which is
That
a lot
sounds awesome.
safer.
Yeah.
I'd be down with that.
And
Like summoning, invoking your god, Fisk.
yeah, and if Fiskpat wanted to do something with the elements or the spirits, he can definitely roll his move into doing a part of a wizard ritual, something like that. But yeah, what do you guys think? You've got a little bit of time to do something to prepare.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should definitely try to do a wizard ritual to to mind shield or something. So that's definitely a lot safer than just doing the elemental move.
Mm,
And you can,
Well, I think that what I'm going to ask is, well, I can't directly tell. Give me a shield for mind control. So my idea is to summon a spirit of mine that serves my goddess, and ask for or his protection or his blessing.
Okay.
cool. Yeah, but also, who is it? So, yeah, it's Verindus. Verindus is a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we could also do is you could do a ritual to shield us, and you could and we could, I don't know, maybe if we need something we could have you summon it up with elemental mastery, whichever way.
Combined ritual and elemental mastery, awesome.
Can I do that?
Yeah. It's your ritual move. When you draw on a place of power to create a magical effect, tell the GM what you're trying to achieve. Ritual effects are always possible, but the GM will give you 1 to 4 of the following conditions. So let's start in the ritual space. Down below the cloister. where we all were before. How has this been set up? Where it's the big circular room, and it's got brick walls around it, and then there's sort of concentric stone circles in the center that lead to like a divot or a little hole in the very center. Last time we did a ritual, they filled it with water, and Verindus was sitting inside the water as the ritual was going on. I suppose there's still water in there when you guys come, but before we find out, what the ritual is for, we know that Fiskpat is going to be calling upon a spirit to aid with the ritual, to protect him, to a spirit of his goddess of some kind. We'll get a weird description from him about that when he rolls it. But Verindus otherwise is sort of leading this ritual. The other two can be doing something if Verindus wants to tell us something that they need to do or something, but tell me, Verindus, how have you set this place up, prepared it to do a ritual right now?
Well, first of all, I I would make sure that that maybe the pool of water, maybe we should bless it, make it holy water somehow.
Okay. So you do want the... Yeah, I guess tell me what the magical effect is. You want it to protect you from the mind-controlling effects of Aemoch, or what?
Well, that sounds great, yeah. Yeah, I want to shield us from the influence of Aemoch.
Okay, yeah, shield us from
possible.
Yeah, okay. So to bless this water, so I guess we're turning this into sort of a baptismal pool or something. The water certainly can be blessed, but for that you'll need help from a god. And I think that's probably where Fiskpat could come in.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, turned it into the sacred waters of his river goddess. Clearly, you and your allies will risk danger from Aemoch. This place apparently, the last ritual it performed had something to do with Aemoch, and it did not go as planned. Though you broke free of his influence, you did break your head open, and the entire cloister went insane or something. And I think that since this whole room is tainted with the power of Aemoch, this place of power itself is somehow directly tied to him. What you're going to do when you do this ritual, we're gonna say it's the requirement. You'll have to disenchant the place of power to do it. It's likely going to destroy this place of power, right? That's going to be part of breaking his hold. So yeah, so you want to bless the waters. Do you have anybody positioned up a special place? Where are you standing? What's it look like here, Verindus, as you're setting up this ritual?
So yeah, at first I would ask, what's his name again? Fiskpat. Fiskpat. Can you bless this water? Can we get your is it a snake goddess? I don't remember
Catfish
that wrong.
goddess?
a catfish goddess. Yeah, can we get the
Yeah,
blessing
yeah.
of the catfish god?
Well, Varenis, we may try, but you will have to act as the beacon of this energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I would think since it's a river god and not a lake god or something, the ritual should include not stationary water but kind of flowing water. Maybe we have to like put it like let it flow over our heads or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I can go down to the docks and get like a rowing stick and just make the water swirl around.
Well, I think that's let's hear from Fiskpat how a divine river or something appears. We're not going to have you roll the move yet, Fiskpat, but just describe to me how you start this ritual and the effects of it.
Well, as you said, we have to use some stuff here. So what I see in my imagination right now is Azol placed like in the like a star. You know, we are all on the. Well, I lack the word. We're all placed around this pool, and as Verendis is channeling his power to move the water, make this so that it isn't stationary. The other guys should dress with leaves and maybe to hold stuff linked to the river itself, while we offer a basket full of fishes to the waters.
So you've got them all dressed up in leaves, and somebody brings a basket of fish to the water.
Yeah, and we put it in the middle of the water, of the pool.
Are these live fish, or
No,
so?
not yet.
So we dumped some fish that we got from the market into the water, and I guess somebody is stirring the pool. So there's just like limp fish floating around. And then what happens, Fiskpat?
And what happens is that I try to channel my interior energy and into Verendis or through Verendis to summon the spirit from the river goddess. And doing this, I sing something like, you know, something like the Mongolian throat way. I don't remember how it is called.
Throat singing?
Yeah. And I try to make it echo through the building.
Okay. So you start singing and trying to channel the spirit through Verendis. And the ground definitely shakes when you all are starting to invoke the ritual, right? And you you can tell that something is fighting against you, Fiskpat. Something is trying to hold off the power you're calling on. But I think do we see the spirit? Does it appear somewhere in the room, or does it have what effect does it have on the place as you call it out?
Well, the water starts to move faster, and actually, the fishes start to move a little and to come back to life.
Yeah.
And with this, they start moving faster and faster and faster, and they start to shape, like those big groups of fishes in the ocean, and they start to form a strange shape in the air. So the water goes like when a tornado starts to grow,
Yeah.
and so these fishes follow the water and gave a little shape. Starts like a little shape, like a round circle, a round shape, and starts to grow. Let's say 2 times than a man. And the voice comes from the water and from the shape itself.
So I guess probably Siegwolf was stirring the water, right? And it eventually rips the stick or the paddle or whatever right out of your hand, and it flies across the room as the water starts to spin up, and yeah, sort of like spirals up out of the pool of its own accord, and the ground is shaking even more, right? And torches start to flicker. Does this voice, does it speak in a language anybody understands, or is it a strange spirit language?
Probably it's a strange language.
Okay.
And it may sound like water that falls on the rocks, that clashes on the rocks. So strong noises that only I can understand.
Okay.
And
yeah, and I think this is where the water is flicking around, and it's basically covering everyone in droplets, heavy droplets or big splashes of water at a time. You're all being covered in the water, but it doesn't smell like the well water you poured into the thing, right? It's got like an earthy smell to it. It smells like a river, right? And so trying to bless the water, and Fisk or Verindus, just out of the corner of your eye. So you see these fish forming in the air into some sort of strange shape, and a voice booming down. But out of the corner of your eye, as the torches are flickering and everything else, and the room is going dark, you can see that urn glowing off there in the distance. That urn you saw from the vision before, from the ritual before.
Okay.
That tried to drag you into it, and you can feel you're kind of torn between watching this spirit and paying attention to your ritual and being drawn toward that urn again.
Do I have to concentrate on this ritual, or?
We'll see, actually. We're going to see what the strength of the spirits are that Fiskpat has called on here.
Yeah, I think I might get a little bit distracted by the urn and maybe try to pick it up again. I will try my best to still focus on the ritual, but
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah, you're struggling to keep your attention between one place and the next. This spirit speaking in a tongue you can't understand, but demanding attention. But out of just to the back of your hearing, you can hear that baby's cry coming from the urn, and it's trying to tear your attention away. But go ahead, Fiskpat. Let's ask the elements to bless these waters.
Okay, so what do I do?
That is a wisdom roll for you. Plus wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So you'll choose one of the options.
Okay, I wish to.
So, if your effect comes to pass, right, it'll bless the water. It'll be made usable for the ritual. If you avoid paying nature's price, right, the spirits won't swallow this room and destroy it utterly. If you retain control, then that would keep Verindus from wandering off, right? Or from having to struggle himself. So, yeah, obviously to complete your ritual, right, then you would need to choose the effect you desire comes to pass. Which means the room is going to be collapsed, the spirits will demand to destroy this unhallowed place, and we'll have to see Verindus keep focus. But it's up to you which option you want to choose.
Well, I think that we must earn these blessings at all costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the big wave that I saw in my visions is going to clash on this town and on its inhabitants.
Yeah.
So, well, I go with the effect you desire comes to pass, and I bless the waters.
So, yeah, you're all soaked in the water already, but you can hear Fiskpat in the voice of the spirit that it is giving its assent to your request. It is granting you the blessings of your goddess. And that you will be protected from here on. And the ground starts to shake even more. And I think, actually it starts to, like, their cracks start to break open. In the bricks and everything. And one of the back walls starts to, like, there's a big crack that splinters up into it. And it sort of starts to slowly crack open as water starts to pour through it. This is, for Fiskpat, you know this is sacred river water. Coming in to cleanse this place and swallow it. It is not from any other place than the spirit realms, but the crack is getting wider and wider, and there's more and more water. And the ground starts to shudder and break apart beneath your feet. And you would have to get the hell out of here. So Fiskpat, do you like tell everybody it's time to go or whatever?
Well, guys, we have to run. This place is going to be destroyed to cleanse it from the evil presence of this god Aemoch. We have to run and get out of here before the spirits eats us too.
Siegwolf from the other room. Okay.
So you all start heading out. Now the room is dark and wet for everybody. Torches are flickering if you're carrying them, or they've gone completely out. And there's only the light from the hallway as you're running. And the wall from behind you on the other side, on the opposite side, is breaking apart entirely, and there's just this deluge of water that is spilling into the room. And it's running down through all these cracks and stuff, and sinking down through that hole now as if it's just a drain to the center of the earth or something. And the water is about knee-high as you're all running past toward the door. And all of you make it fine. All of you are going fine. But Verindus, when you have to turn that direction and run, the thing that nobody else sees is that urn sitting there. As you're running by it. It's just right there. Just as plain as it was before in the ritual.
Oh, it's not glowing anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not glowing, but it is sitting there. And everybody else runs around it like they don't even see it because they don't. But you do.
Can I pick it up without, like, dying?
Yeah, so you reach over to grab it, and it's heavy, right? This is a big urn. It is, like, the size of a person. It's huge, and it's made of brass or something.
Okay, I shout, Chris, give me a hand.
I look back, what do I see?
You see him... You do see him struggling with something, but it's something you can't see.
Do I see like an actual object? I just can't tell what it is.
No, you don't see anything.
So it's like a mime.
Yeah, it's sort of like he's sitting there struggling with an invisible object. An invisible thing that he can't lift.
I run back there and what are you doing? I like, slap him in the face and I just like get behind him and push him forward, just help him get away.
Yeah. So yeah, Verindus, he slaps you and he's pushing you. But yeah, you definitely still see the urn.
Yeah, can I like push it in front of me, the urn? And we push it with two people, maybe? It probably doesn't move, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't budge.
Too heavy. Okay, in that case, do I have some sort of solid object with me? Like, maybe a stone or something? Probably not on me, right?
Let's have you,
see, what do I have? I have my staff.
What are you trying to do with a solid? I'm sure you have something, right? There's
Yeah,
something on the
I
ground.
have a staff, so I'm hitting the urn with my staff. Because last time, I want to know for sure what's in there now, so
Okay.
that's what I'm
Do you have a
doing.
skateboard? You just put it on a skateboard and roll it down.
Skateboard. So he whips away from you, Chris. He is clearly struggling with something here. The ground is breaking apart, right? You're sure that
Shit.
the room is going to collapse, but Verindus, go ahead. We're gonna roll Defy Danger with your wisdom, and I think Chris can help you.
Yeah, I'm like after all we've done to try to get you not to go crazy, like motherfucker, you're coming and you're surviving this. So yeah, me and Philip are using all our might to try to pull him away.
Oh man.
The roll plus my bonds. How many bonds do I have with you? 2.
There we go. So that
Great.
gets him up to a 10, and you don't expose yourself to any danger. So, Verindus, you turn with your staff to hit this urn, and you try to smash it, but it doesn't smash. Chris finally grabs you, and just before you heard, you got an instinct, right, or a feeling that if you want to know what's in the urn, just stay, right? If you stay in the room and be swallowed up with it, and maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe you were willing to do that. When Chris, how do you like shake him out again, or what do you do?
Are boogie boards a thing in fantasy?
Boogie board? I don't know. I'm not sure there's a boogie board
so.
here.
Yeah, no, because I have an adventures pack. Maybe I have one there, but no, I think the last thing I would try to do. There's water rushing from the hall, right? Maybe there's a wall of water or something like that.
Yeah.
I would back up towards where the water's coming and get on top of Philip and have him just charge me with him towards Verindus, just to like knock him out, like one final push.
Okay.
Just ram him out of there. Whatever the heck he's holding or not, just move him.
Yeah.
So with momentum, spilling him out of the building.
So, as you're struggling, right, Verindus, to decide whether or not, oh, yeah, just go down with the urn, it'll be fine. I'll figure out, but that sounds great. It sounds like I'm going to die. Philip and Chris come running across and hit you and drag you up the hall. And as you're running up the hall, everybody's backs are turned like running. But you can see over Chris's shoulder, Verindus, that first that room does like collapse, and you see the urn like topple and fall into the depths, and that the wall is wide open, and there's just still a wall of water pouring down, as if it's just draining the whole room, sucking it into a sinkhole, right? The hallway around you is collapsing as you start to run. And when you all make it out of the building, it's like a sinkhole. The whole building, the whole cloister has been swallowed up and disappears. Beneath the ground. And people are panicked for a while, running to their streets, running to their homes, running out of the town, running to the docks. It's just the four of you kind of lying in the mud at the edge of where there was a cloister. Right now there's just a big sinkhole. No sign of a cloister at all. Just dirt and rubble and mud. And the rain is still following. And it's still quite dark, but slowly filling up that sinkhole that's, I guess, is going to turn into a lake or something. But Fiskpat, before this water and this mud, all of this stuff felt tainted and horrible, but it was burning your skin or causing a burning sensation on your skin because of how wretched it was, but you don't feel that anymore. You definitely feel cleansed, and Verindis, even though you're still something of the mark left, I think you're starting to, well, I don't want to tell you what you realize, or what you believe. I don't know. It's up to you, Verindis. I mean, you don't see the urn, you don't hear crying, you're not drawn to, like, dive into the hole. But, yeah, it appears that the ritual has worked to some degree, right?
Okay.
Oh man, that thing fills back up like a river has to flow out of it.
Becomes a source for a river.
It could be.
Oh, a spring. That's the word what I
Right.
was looking for. Right, a spring.
Yeah. So you're all laying in the mud, the rain falling, just having escaped the crumbling building. Yeah, you're all inoculated against the influence of Aemoch. At least the magical influence.
Cool. Yeah, so I think I like stand up, adjust my armor, right? Brush yourself off a bit, and I say, well, we've no time to lose. If everyone's prepared, I suggest we head to the ruins now.
Yeah. The only thing that comes to mind looking at my character sheet is that maybe if... oh no. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Cool. Actually, I'm gonna buy some adventuring gear on the way there, but yeah.
Sure.
Good call.
Yeah, if you guys want to buy any, like, rations or adventuring gear or any of the basic stuff, like, there's a market, right? It's not hard to find that kind of thing.
Oh, right. Maybe potions and stuff.
I'm just gonna...
Well, isn't people scared about us? We just ran out of a sinking
Yes.
cloister.
Maybe a little bit.
You can
Yes.
get a discount.
Yeah, this is going to add to the, overall panic of the town. Yeah. You don't have a lot of time, right? But and we can say that you already bought that stuff.
Cool.
How much are these dungeoneering gears where you can pull out whatever?
5 coins. Or sorry, 20 coin. 20 coin each.
Oh really? Then I'll take like one with 5 charges maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the only option, but yeah.
Oh, so it costs 100 gold.
No. They cost 20 coins, but each one has 5 uses.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I thought it was 20 gold per use. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Ah.
so I'll definitely get one of those.
Yeah.
What are they called again? Dungeoneering gear.
Yeah,
Adventuring gear.
What are the elven arrows? What do they do?
So, elven arrows. The big trick with them is that they weigh the same as regular arrows, except you get 4 instead of 3, right? They cost a lot more, but you get more uses per the weight. Also, they're elven, so maybe you can do elven things with them, right? Maybe they have a minor bit of magic to them or something.
I think as a hunter's bow, having the hunter's bow, that's the best sort of bow I can get, right? From the typical weapons list, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're getting like some kind of super special bow, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if scale mail would make me slower.
Scale mail. Well, scale mail's clumsy, so without armor training, it would give a -1 ongoing while using it.
Right. Okay, I think I'm just gonna spend. How much money do I have? I got 283 coin.
Oh, Scott wants my 50 coin. I want to have bought that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy 4 healing potions.
Okay, so for healing potions, so usually anything less than 50 coins is pretty easy to buy. But for things like healing potions, things that are rare and weird, and anyway, things that are rare and weird, we do roll for supply. So that's just plus charisma.
Okay. Let's see here, charisma. Here we go. Boom.
Okay. So you do find the healing potions. You do find the healing potions, and you can buy them. But you hear talk and rumors in the market that you start to hear what the people are saying, right, in the market, what the mayor was talking about. You're hearing them talk about how Ophelia's gone missing. That rumor has already gotten out that she took in with the pirates or something like that, and that everything is going to pot. And you hear everybody talking openly, right? You can see guys from the docks who are part of the pirate band, and people are talking openly about kicking them out, right? Getting rid of them by force. And you can see the market has kind of like drawn battle lines, basically. The townsfolk and the people, and it's pretty much anybody from the docks, and it kind of includes Verindus and Chris, the two of you. You came from a boat, right, far away, so they consider you outsiders, interlopers, and troublemakers, just like everybody else. People are giving you a bad eye when you're buying these things, but you do find some healing potions for sale among the pirates.
Okay. So, on second thought, since they're so expensive, and people are giving you a bad eye, I think let's see if we can go for a bunch of cheaper things, which I also don't have. Besides the healing potions, I won't get 4 of them because that's kind of a lot. I'm gonna get 2 bandages, 2 poultices and herbs, 2 antitoxins just in case.
Okay.
And so far we have 10. That's 30, and then that's 50 so far, 50 coin, and then also elven arrows. So that's 70 coin.
Yeah.
And so 170. So actually, yeah, 170. So 2 healing potions on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would want to get. Just stock up on a bunch of stuff.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, and the only thing that weighs so poultices and herbs would weigh 2 weight for 2 of them. That's the only thing that weighs anything that you bought. Oh, the elven arrows also weigh 1. Yeah, so that's what you see and hear in the market. that there is definitely people are drawing lines and things are heating up, basically. Anybody else before we head off?
I'm good, I think. I don't need anything.
Same for me.
Okay. I think I've got all that. Okay. So... yeah, it's going to take about a day to get to the ruins. So we'll do perilous journey, and probably, well, we'll see how the perilous journey turns out. But hopefully we can get inside the ruins some and look around. But let's take our first break, or I guess our only break today. But let's take our break here. Come back and pick up with the perilous journey.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.